Okay, so here's an ad, an invite. What else could we call an ad? An invite, propaganda.
Propaganda.
Yeah.
Pure and simple.
Yeah. Look, we want you. That's it. That's it. We want you guys to come along and pitch an idea. We've got $5,000 that's up for grabs. That's 5,000. Any restrictions, Paul?
Not a string attached.
Not a string attached. It might as well be cash for for the fact that there's no restrictions.
It is cash.
Well, it is. It's a check. It's a
giant check.
Giant check. So
it'd be like a game show.
What are they going to do, Paul, to get this money?
Well, they have to do a pitch, and they have to have 3 critical elements.
First one is
impact.
The idea's got to have impact. So you've got to be able to tell us succinctly. Your pitch only goes for 1 minute, so you've got to be able to tell us very succinctly how could your idea impact the general society. Right? That's the big one. Okay. Next one would be
doable. Is
this idea actually doable? Right? I mean, are you talking about something that relates to a technology that just doesn't even exist? That's or are you actually talking about something which could actually be done?
You don't have to be able to do it personally, but the technology or the capacity to implement it has to happen. So that's critical.
And our last feature is the sort of, can you believe that? Let me just talk to these people.
Who's on the line?
Hello? Yes. Oh, sorry, I'm just in the middle of an interview.
He's on the phone.
Yeah, sorry. Can I give you a call back shortly? All right.
It's innovation number 3.
Okay. Look, I'll try and come back to you, though. It's just that I'm in the middle of an interview just as we're talking. Okay. Bye. Should we keep that in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Totally. All right.
It's innovation.
It's what?
Innovation.
Innovation is, yes. The innovation is the other one. So you've got about it in 1 minute. Let's say you've got 20 seconds on each one. How innovative is this idea? What's the impact going to be? And convincing us that it's actually doable. The judging panel is going to score you across those 3 criteria, and best idea is going to win.
And what we want to see is, we want to see you bringing new information to the world. You've got an idea, you're an undergraduate student, you might think, oh, I've got to graduate, I've got to have all this knowledge. You've got the knowledge now. So we want to see you get up there, step out of your comfort zone, do something a bit scary and pitch it to us like it could really happen. And you're on your journey as an entrepreneur.
What we know from past experience is that when people actually say, let's do it, let's actually step up to the plate and actually have a crack at this, is that they gain this incredible confidence from going, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can actually make this step. And people listen to me. And people walked up to me afterwards and said, hey, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah. And you might need to tweak it a bit. But as I said, we're not looking for a fully formed business plan. We're not looking for anything other than an idea that's got those 3 critical elements. What are they again, Cole?
It's got to be innovative.
I.
It's got to be doable.
I.
D.
D.
D. And it's got to have impact.
I.
It shows that impact. So it's the IDI.
And if you think about impact in terms of when you walk out in the street, how is what you're thinking going to affect the first person you see? How are you going to be able to enrich their lives, make their lives better, or make the conditions of the world better?
And think about this challenge. Wayne Gretzky, the famous hockey player from the Toronto, it's a birdie, I can't think of what they're called. But anyway.
Eagle? Hawk?
No.
Sparrow?
Blue Jays.
Blue Jay?
The Toronto Blue Jays. He said, I guarantee you will miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. It's pretty profound, isn't it? You'll miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So we can give you this guarantee right now. You will not have a chance of winning the $5,000, Paul, if you don't
step up to the plate.
Exactly.
Is that right?
That's it. Exactly right. So, look, we're going to have a lot of fun. There's a workshop which is going to be run in week 10. You get email notices about that. There's a workshop in week 8. Week 8 is to introduce you to the notion of where ideas come from and how we think about ideas. Week 10 is how you're actually going to pitch this idea. What are the key things to really focus on in making sure we understand what you're actually saying in the given time. And then week 12 is when it all happens. We all come together and we have a lot of fun and someone is going to emerge as the king of ideas.
Now, does it have to be one person?
No. I think we had some people talking about this last night and I think the consensus is it can be
a team of 2.
A team of 2. Not
3.
No, or 4 or 5, but
10.
2. Maybe this will be the incentive you need to actually think, hey, look, hey.
That's your social insurance. But make sure if you've got a team of 2 that your pitch is clear and you don't confuse us by swapping from person to person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just take a trick from Colin and I. We never confuse.
Exactly. Never ever confuse.
So with 2, just make sure you know your roles and what you're saying. And if the other person's going to get up there with you on stage, they might need to do something. You can develop it with someone else and share the prize. We don't care what you do with the money.
Maybe they'll have like the the notes, like you could be talking.
The Bob Dylan.
Someone's doing the Bob Dylans, right? Right. They could be doing that. Right, or they could be doing the funny things, or they could be doing the pointy things like that, all that sort of stuff, right? Anything's possible, and maybe it all depends on the nature of your
pitch
or your idea.
Or your idea.
Anything like that, all right?
Wrong cue.
Yeah, wrong cue, that's okay. And see, guess what? No blood on the floor, because it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I didn't miss it, because I did it.
Now, maybe if I leave you with this one last little pearl of wisdom.
No, it's not time for the pearl yet. We're still in the oyster.
Okay, we're still in the point. We're still in the oyster.
All right, so let's just have a quick summary about the logistics of it. You have to sign up. How do they sign up?
Send us an email back. So everyone's going to get an email talking to you about this. You need to send us an email back and say, hey, I'd like to register for that. We'll send you an email back saying, thank you, we've got your details. Yep. And then that way we can keep you up to date with even more information that's coming through.
No, you don't have to come to the workshops, but obviously you'll have a much better competitive advantage if you do, because you'll get to see some of the pearls that are going to pour out of Colin's mouth and friends. So it would be better for you. And also you can size up your competition.
Exactly.
You're never going to a game without knowing who your competition is.
You could maybe even novel some of them.
Novel.
Scare them away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell them it's the wrong day. Say, it's tomorrow, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. Give them some really hot chili so their tongue swells up and they can't
Exactly, because the best thing that could happen is you're the only person who turns up. In which case,
guaranteed
you get the money. You just have to
$5,000.
say hi. And we say, you had me at hi.
Yeah.
Just like the Jeremy.
You had me at walk through the door.
You had me then. All right, guys. Now listen, last pearl of wisdom. George Burnshaw, he said, if you have an apple and I have an apple and we swap apples, we've both still got one apple. But if you have an idea and I have an idea and we swap ideas, we both have 2 ideas. And this is the power of ideas. We need to share them. There's not much point leaving them up in your head. We want you to come along and share those ideas. You'll have a lot of fun. That's the whole focus, is making sure we have fun, isn't it, Paul? How much fun?
More than $5,000.
My daughter, Turlakan, if I said to her how much fun, she would say, too much. Too much fun. That's how much fun we're going to have. Too much.
If you had an apple and I had an apple, I'd sit down beside her.
Time for us to go. Surely it's time for us to go. Maybe you think we should have gone a few minutes ago.
Send us an email, register for the Little Big Idea competition, and step up to the plate.
If you haven't got the email but you're seeing this, then you can either email myself, colin.jones@UTAS, or
lxmcgee@utas.edu.au.
Easy. Can't be any easier than that. $5,000. Someone's got to get it. Someone's got to get it, Paul.
Won't be us.
Won't be us. Can't be us.
See ya.
All right then. Hooroo.